everybody and welcome on my YouTube channel. You are with Alendris and today I'm on the test server to try a new hero who is just available here. Before that, I have a good news because before, if you remember, all heroes was Red 4 when it was new, Red 2 when it was old. So what did you cool? They normalized all heroes Red 2, but they gave us all gear to upgrade them as much as we want. So what I will do for the future, I will upgrade all my heroes Red 3 now because I'm level 106 and I think it's like most of players in this game, and we will have a proper vision of what are able to do heroes in the game. And I asked also Tav, who is helping me from Duel, to do the same. So when he will send me Duel, they will be okay, level 110, so it will be really a small difference, but all heroes will be Red 3 with 4 items. So you will see, I think it will be far better, and today we will try a new hero who excites me a lot. It's a support, it's a Holy Priestess.
My strength will become yours. My light will protect you.
Holy Priestess will be probably an event hero. When we are checking, we can read temporarily not obtainable, and it's like that usually for all event heroes in the game. The pictures is the pictures of Heroes Arena, so nothing really original. And when we are checking skill animation, okay, it's the ultimate. And can we see when she win? Yes, it's like that when she win. So we will check statistic right now. And what I did for you, I check on the website itcharge.tk all statistics at Red 2, at Red 3 with 4 items, and at Red 4 when she will be absolutely full. So at Red 2 she will be 83,000 HP, 8,800 magical power, 1,067 armor, 769 magic resistance, 275 of magical critic. She has skill reduction already of 15, bonus level of healing level by 5, and initial energy 1. I want to show you also training field. Training field, you get 22,000 HP, 313 of armor, and 119 of magical resistance. Statistic that I gave you, it's full. It means it's her statistic plus the full training. So don't add the full training statistic for the statistic that I already gave. At Red 3, it's the statistics that she has now. So you can see that she has 83,000 HP, like in Red 2, but she has 10,869 of magical power, 1,133 of armor, 787 of magical resistance, 275 of magical crit, it doesn't move, 25 of CD reduction, so now it's really better, healing bonus 45, also far better, and initial energy 100. And now, when we are checking her statistic at Red 4, it's pretty impressive because she has 120,000 HP, 15,677 of magical power, 1,360 of armor, 936 of magical resistance. The critical score is not moving, 275, but we don't care about this stat because it's a healer, probably it's a support. Skill cooldown reduction 25, this is really important statistic. Bonus healing 35, we are losing 10, and initial energy 300, so plus 200 of initial energy when she will be full at Red 4. So statistics look decent, and I'm really curious about the skills that we will discover now. Let's begin with the ultimate of Holy Priestess. So Holy healing. Anna heals one of her weakest allies and also reduces incoming damage to him for a period of time. Increases basic healing for allies by 17,250. It's single target heal, and we will see the time of the damage reduction during the test. Second skill, the green one, Holy Punishment. Anna fires off a Holy Beam of Light to punish an enemy and marks him with a Holy Seal. Allies who attack the enemy with the Holy Seal can restore HP. Increase damage by 8625 and more interesting, increase basic healing for allies by 2300. So I'm really curious about this skill, but it looks like really strong. The blue skill, Holy Nova. Anna damages nearby enemies and also heals nearby allies. Increase damage to enemy by 5750 and increase basic healing for allies by 5750. Don't forget that this hero is a mid-laner, so she will have all allies who will not move in range, so it can be also pretty strong, especially for the heal. For the damage, I don't know, we will see during the fight. And finally, the purple skill, Holy Guard. Anna restores her own HP right before her death, so HP regenerate by 46,000 when reviving, so it's like heroes who are reviving in the game, but it's pretty interesting because she come back with 50,000 HP, so around 50% of HP, and when she will be, red 4, little more actually than 50%. So all of this is interesting. Let's check first of all her position on the battlefield. Like I told, Holy Priestess is a mid laner, so let's check in according of the other mid laner. She's really in the middle for the moment. Oh, she's in front of Magic Breaker and behind Bloody Earl. In front of Skeleton Mage. Behind Ghost Knight. Okay. Behind Rose Fencer, behind a Corrupted Angel. Behind Ninja. Ah, I did one mistake, sorry. Up. Okay, in front of Disease and Hidden Needle. Behind Death Mage, and I'm curious to see in according of Master Mage. We'll see it soon. Okay, nothing interesting there. Ah, Master Mage is behind. Okay. Pity, but it's like that. Ice Mage is behind also. And other heroes, she's in front. So it's a classical mid laner, nothing really crazy about this point. So we will see now her skill in detail in Little Fight. So skills in detail now. So the green skill with the curse, 5 seconds if I remember correctly. Second skill, the blue one. The range is not so crazy, so it doesn't touch so much enemies, but I'm sure it will heal all the team, like you can see, and it's 20,000 every time. At least 20,000. 44,000 for the ultimate. And also 5 seconds for the damage reduction. So we saw all, we will go in speed by 4, and we will see the result. That's what we have. Oh, it's even not ridiculous as a damage dealer. 130 for a pure support. It's not bad. You can see Chaplain from other side. It's 3 times damage of Chaplain. For sure, it's not a damage dealer. Don't be excited by this damage, but it's something more. So I will not do the damage test now. It doesn't have any sense, but we will try in real situation right now. First match, I'm fighting against the counter of a Turtle Fighter, so that's why I'm using a commando to don't die instant, and I want to see if she can hold other heroes alive, because the burst of this team is really strong. So it seems that Turtle Fighter will die. Okay. Oh, the heal is really impressive. Oh. She gives the life for Wind Priest. I will receive a lot of damage. Okay. Hop. The third skill is really impressive in my opinion. And finally, okay, no damage this time, nearly no damage for only a Priestess, but you see that she hold the fight pretty good. With only 2 damage dealer, we did it without so much problem. Only Turtle Fighter get killed. So, second situation. In this second situation, I want to see if she can survive from Arcane Sapper. Also, we have Albert Master who will mess the heal. So, we will see if she can be useful or not. So, she gets interrupted with the first attack of Arcane Sapper. Arcane Sapper is dying quickly, fortunately. The heal is not so bad for the moment, even with the counter of Albert Master. The ultimate will be on my Albert Master, so it will be interesting because he is not disturbed. Oh, it's really nice. Really nice. We have the curse. She heal herself. It's just crazy. Cross Knight is dead. Dragon did the job. And it will be over. Okay, by time, but we are far in front by damage and by all. So let's check the statistic of the fight. You can see that Albert Master is still really interesting, even at red 3, even if he's less tanky and he did less damage for sure than as red 4. And like you could see during the fight, Holy Priest, if you don't get the mark of Albert Master, is pretty interesting, even when you have Arcane Sapper and a physical setup in front of you. So, it's a good news. We will see in another situation. Another situation this time without counter for the heal. So we will see. Oh, I'm afraid that Witch get destroyed. Cross Knight is not in a good move. Okay, Sapper is dead. Now we'll see. The energy of Howling Priestess is not growing up really quickly. The heal will be on Albert Master, it's really nice. Poof. And now we can tell that it's nearly over. Yes, it's really interesting. Heal on Cross Knight. I love this hero. I really love support in the game, but this one looks really interesting. Without to be broken, it's a really interesting hero. And you can see without Witch, who died in 2 seconds, the rest of the team was pretty strong. And after the death of Witch, all heroes stay alive pretty easily. So, last situation now. For this last try, I need to confess that I underestimated the team of Tav, and it was pretty hard to find a decent counter. And finally, it seems that this team is working pretty well. I'm using Holy Priestess as support with Magic Breaker to counter all stun, taunt that he has in his team, and for the rest I let the damage for Sorceress and Death Mage. The ultimate for sure will help. Okay, and finally now the fight is nearly over. And now I will even get some HP. Hop. Poof! So we can see the statistic of the fight with a lot of damage for Sorceress, Hercule and Death Mage who did well, and you see the heal of Holy Priestess who help Death Mage to survive and who hold a lot of heroes alive. So it's all for this fight. It's now time to speak about her strengths and weaknesses. Let's begin with the strength of Holy Priestess. So, not a lot of points, but two really important points. First point, she has an interesting survivability. You saw it with her statistics. She's not squishy at all, and even if she gets attacked by Sapper or something, okay, she can get interrupted, but finally she will not die in 2 hits, and she will be able after to recover her life, to ultimate, and so on, to survive during the whole fight. Second point, and it's the main point for her, it's the capacity that she has to heal the team, and most important, I think that her heal is smart. I'm explaining. Her ultimate will always go on the weakest allies that you have, so it's good, it's not random. The Holy Punishment will always go on the nearest enemy who is attacking, and the Holy Nova will make damage and recover HP for all people around her. And finally, her ultimate will help her to survive if she gets nuke at the beginning of the fight, but you see it doesn't proc so much because she has already a decent survivability. So it's an interesting character, and I think her heal is pretty strong. Let's now speak about her weaknesses. As weaknesses for Holy Priestess, two important points. The first point is her energy generation, who is pretty slow, and sometimes you would like that she ultimate 5-10 seconds before, and finally your ally die and you can't make him survive. And second point, it can be the same for all support in the game, but she doesn't have nothing to protect her against control. I mean, she can't be protected for stun, for silence, and for taunt. And if it's like that, she will be 100% useless. It's not like Vengeance Spirit, for example. Vengeance Spirit, even if she doesn't cast any spell during a wall fight, she will throw the arrow and she will deal a good amount of damage. For her, it's not like that. And most important, in her pool of skills, she doesn't have nothing to protect her because Holy Healing will decrease damage on her, but it's not a shield, and all the rest will not protect her against spells of the game. It's not like Magic Breaker, for example, with a really nice support, but finally Magic Breaker, she has her own shield, and when she shield, she can't be interrupted by stun, for example. So 2 points as weaknesses, it's good because finally she's balanced, and we will see now my final thinking about Holy Priestess. Like you could see during this video, Holy Priestess will be really interesting as support in the game. I put her as suitable in Grand Arena, Grand Tournament, World of the God, and Championship because she's strong, she can switch everywhere, but she will not be a game breaker as far as she's really well balanced in my opinion. She has some weakness, she has some strength, she will not deal damages, and she will help the team to win. So if you can invest on her when she will be available. I will complete in the description of the video where she will be available. For the moment, I think that it will be for an event during the month of September, but I don't know which one, so I can't tell more. So I hope that you enjoyed this review. It's now time to conclude. Thank you everybody for watching this video. Don't hesitate to subscribe, like and share to support my work if you enjoy it. See you soon for another video. Bye bye.